everybody, we're in Nerja, Andalusia, a small town in southern Spain on the Mediterranean.
Let's go explore.
For those of you who don't know, we're Wyatt and Reyka.
And we're a young couple with the goal of traveling to 50 countries, and we're currently in our 5th country of Spain.
And we're currently settled in Andalusia and exploring its many unique cities, and today's all about Nerja.
Okay, so across the street is some government building, and it's really cool. There's the EU flag, Andalusia, Spain, and the Nerja flag.
First impressions of Nerja is that it is a beautiful city and different from any city that we've visited so far. There's so many different patterns in the architecture, and it's very impressive.
Also, as you can tell, one of Reyka and I's favorite things about southern Spain is all the white buildings. And they do this to keep the temperatures down inside during the bright summer days, but it also makes for some really pretty streets and just a pretty town in general.
It looks like the town in The Little Mermaid. Nerja is a seaside town located on the eastern part of the Costa del Sol at the bottom of Spain. It has 14 kilometers of coast, mostly consisting of cliffs, but we're about to go to the beach.
Okay, this is the Burriana Beach. It's the most popular beach in Nerja, and this is actually a very special occasion for Reyka and I because it's the first time either of us have actually seen the Mediterranean. We've seen the Pacific Ocean, the Caribbean Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, but this is the first time we've seen the Mediterranean. So it's kind of a special day for us.
I want to touch it! The Mediterranean! Ah! Woo! Ah! No! Shoot! Now my feet are gonna be wet the rest of the day!
At least you can say you got your feet wet in the Mediterranean.
I should have taken my shoes off.
So situated right next to the Strait of Gibraltar, which opens up to the wider Atlantic Ocean, fishing is a large part of the economy of Nerja.
Look at all those condos, love. I wonder how much they cost.
Probably a lot. Well, my feet are wet now too. This is crazy.
Wild.
The waves just crash right there. Oh, don't fall. And the water just splashes everywhere, and then...
And the rocks are so intricate. It's like smaller rocks that make up these huge, like, boulders. So cool.
Crazy. The first time we've been to cliffs on the ocean, and it just is honestly mind-blowing. Like, I could stare at this all day. So we just learned that apparently during the winter times, all of the sand from the other side of this bay comes over to this side. So usually there's actually a steep drop off where the sand just stops because the water washes it all to the other shore. But right now it's all here, and then in the summertime it actually gets washed to the other side depending on the currents and wind and whatever makes the sand move. But it's kind of fascinating how the sand shifts and the beach changes throughout the year.
All right, here we are at the Mirador del Bendito, and we just learned that Nerja is actually an international hub. So there's not only people from Spain, but people from England, people from Germany, Sweden, France, and there's also English-speaking people here.
Yeah, we've actually talked to someone from the US. We tried to talk to someone from France, but couldn't communicate, and a lot of these signs actually are in German. To any of you who understand English or understand what I'm saying, Nerja is pretty friendly. You'll be able to communicate and get around for sure.
It's interesting because in the US we have street signs, but here the street signs are actually on the walls of the building. so gorgeous. I'm about to drink from the lion's mouth. I don't know if that's a water fountain. It's so strong. We're at the Balcony of Europe and I'm about to give a 20-second history lesson. Here we go. The Balcony of Europe was coined by King Alfonso XII in 1885 when he was here. And it's a balcony because it hangs off of Europe just like a balcony hangs off an apartment building. Also, the Moors during their rule would use this as a way to monitor for smugglers and pirates that would go across the coastline.
Yes, killed it!
Did I do it?
Yeah! The wind up here is insane!
Also, we're not going to eat there, but if you're ever at the Balcony of Europe and hungry, there's a restaurant right below us, and it has amazing views.
Right next to the Balcony of Europe is this cute little park with a massive, gorgeous church, and it's a really cool spot if you're looking for somewhere just to relax and take a bite to eat, as Reyka is doing.
There's quite a few different plazas in Nerja, and we are currently in the Plaza de Cantarero.
Alright everyone, so we made it to the Nerja Cave, La Cueva de Nerja. It took us about 10-15 minutes to get here on the bus, which cost €2.40. Flashback to that experience. Las Cuevas dos. We're gonna go there. And the tickets cost €15 per person, and they're just a general admissions pass, so we're just gonna walk around and explore, and we're really excited to learn about it.
So there's no guides, but they have this app that you can download, and it basically will guide you through the caves and give you information about them.
Down into the depths we go.
Okay guys, quick pre-warning before we get to the rest of the Cuevas de Nerja. The caves were such a cool experience and had so many unique and intricate views because of the rocks, but unfortunately, since it's a cave, it was really dark and we couldn't get really good video footage of it. So we then decided to take night mode pictures on my iPhone to kind of show you guys what the rocks looked like, and it actually was a pretty good view. And then something unfortunate happened. My phone stopped working. I can't use it anymore. It is done. Why, may I ask? Well, let me tell you, funny story. A couple hours earlier, at that beach that we showed you in this video, I actually dropped my phone in the ocean. We have footage of it that I'll show you right here. I made a really poor decision of putting it in a loose pant pocket, and it just fell out of my pocket and was probably in the ocean for a solid 5 to 10 minutes. I'm honestly surprised that we found it and it wasn't dug in the sand somewhere, but we found it. It worked for the day, and once night hit, the water damage went into my phone somehow, and it just doesn't work anymore, so we can't get any photos from my phone. But we got one photo from Wyatt's phone that we'll show, and we got some really cool facts about it, so I hope you enjoy it still. Here we go.
Whoa.
Fun fact, these caves were formed 5 million years ago, and it was once inhabited by people 10,000 years ago, and there's cave paintings to prove it. Unfortunately, we can't see those though.
Looks like a big fist. Look at that. Okay, this place is insane. We just learned that it is believed to be the entrance to one of like a series of sinkholes that is maybe one of the largest unexplored networks of caves in all of Europe.
Yeah, and it might be stretching all the way to Granada.
Which is insane. That's like an hour and a half away by car. That's a climb.
Yeah, but the view is great.
It is insane.
Alrighty, that's that.
Money well spent?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
It's a bit pricey, but I mean, tourist attractions are pricey. I think it was worth it.
So there's this super good smelling restaurant here if y'all want to grab a bite to eat. There's a gift shop in there. It's crazy that all those caves are like underneath us, down there. And you can just walk on top of the earth. Cool, so now that we're finished up with the caves, we're trying to go over to Frigiliana, which is right next to Nerja. And we realized that the buses are rather infrequent. The next one is for an hour and a half, so we're actually gonna get a taxi, which I think will be better because the buses, you actually have to take one all the way back to Nerja and then take another one to Frigiliana, which seems like quite a bit of time. So we're just gonna spend, I think it's 17 euros to get to Frigiliana. And yeah, that's the next stop.
Another option other than taxi and bus is Uber, and it's about 18 euros to get to Frigiliana.
So here we are in downtown Frigiliana. It cost us just 18 euros to get here from the Nerja Caves, and this is where we're gonna end the video.
Make sure to stay tuned for our next video where we explore Frigiliana. Also, if you're interested in following our journey to 50 countries, make sure to subscribe.
Peace out, y'all.